Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Moving Pictures Kenya. My name is Bonventure, and today we are visiting Lake Tobias Game Reserve in Pennsylvania in the USA.
One of these, look, it looks like a song on the
Our quote today is by J. Wesley Potter. It goes like this: animals in our lives can be a blessing. That forms the basis of our today's story because we are talking about animals. Lake Tobias Game Reserve is a hidden gem nestled in the heart of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. As you make your way to the park, you'll find yourself traversing meandering roads that offer breathtaking views of the surrounding landscapes.
Fan de la bonne musique.
The roads wind through lush forests and peaceful countryside, preparing you for the adventure that lies ahead at Lake Tobias.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
This park has a rich history. It was founded in 1965 by somebody called Tobias. Tobias was a US Marine, and he bought this piece of land which initially he used it as a farm. But in the course of time, he converted it into a game reserve and has brought in animals from many parts of the world. We have come to experience the feeling of walking around this game reserve.
Well, a drop tine is usually a more mature animal, okay?
The park itself has a rich history dating back to 1965 when it was founded by a remarkable Marine named Tobias.
She's like,
Born and raised in the area, Tobias had a lifelong passion for animals and a deep desire to share his love for them with others. He spent his entire life collecting animals from around the world, and his legacy shines through the various exhibits and habitats at Lake Tobias Game Reserve. When you go down there, you'll find the Reptile Center. So at the Reptile Center, that is where they keep animals that were previously domesticated, what people are treating as pets, but for one reason or another, either they are not treating them nicely or they have given up on those pets. So you'll find there is that petting zoo there, where either you can adopt a pet or the other pets that have been reclaimed from people are being kept. You don't fear?
What?
You don't fear the snake?
You can touch it if you want.
No.
You don't want to touch it?
what is she holding? Right?
That's what I'm One notable feature at the park is the Reptile Zoo, where they keep and care for pets that owners can no longer manage. This promotes the well-being of the animals while also educating visitors about the importance of responsible pet ownership. He converted old school buses into safari buses, which are now used to give visitors a unique and up-close experience with the park's diverse wildlife.
Since she is a cold-blooded reptile, she cannot sit on her nest if you get warm. She sits close by to protect it, and then she lets all those rotting plants in the sun incubate her eggs for her. The interesting thing is, if her nest is kept at 89 degrees or lower, all the eggs are going to hatch out as females.
So one thing about this place is when you are having a pet and you no longer feel like you want to keep it, then they'll be able to claim it from you and keep it at the petting zoo. Among the fascinating animals you'll encounter at Lake Tobias are Zuri and Kovu, a magnificent pair of lions. These majestic creatures exude confidence and grace, captivating visitors with their regal presence. The giraffes, with their long necks and gentle demeanor, provide a delightful sight as they munch on leaves high above the ground. These giraffes you see here have no trees to get leaves from. So some special units have been created whereby they can be able to pluck their food from those particular pens, if I may call them food pens. I'm sure most of you have heard about bears. Many people call them teddy bears. So if you have a desire to see bears or to experience bears, then when you come here, you will not be disappointed, because the bears are some of the creatures that you'll find here at Lake Tobias.
Yes. Look at me rubbing on the fence.
If you are a lover of birds, then coming to Lake Tobias, you'll have come to the right place. They have a wide variety of birds, and the most striking among these birds are the ostriches. Ostriches can run up to about 45 miles per hour, and like the ones that are found here are mainly black in color. And then there are also other species of birds which look like ostriches. I've been told they are called ways. So when you go to the game drive, you'll be able to experience them. So one unique thing about these ways is that the female only lay eggs. Once they lay eggs, their job is done. The birds that will incubate these eggs are the male. So the male will incubate the eggs, and once they hatch, they'll be able to take care of the chicks until they mature.
These are donkeys. These are the newest members to our park. They're called Poitou donkeys. They come from a region in France just west of Paris. But they are the newest ones. They're called Poitou donkeys. Well, let's talk about these birds we saw as we came in. There's some back there, one up here. These are rheas. Now, rheas are the fourth largest bird in the world. Ladies, you're going to like this piece of information. Once the rhea hen lays the egg, she's done. Her job's over. The males will sit on the nest till the eggs hatch. Now, once the eggs hatch, the males will get together in a group, because we don't do anything by ourselves, and they'll raise the chicks until they're on their own. We call those daddy daycares. Now, you see some white rheas out here. They are not born that way. You guys can actually take a class down at the museum to diarrhea. The whole tour is like that, and you can't get off my bus. Just saying.
The other thing I told you is about the buses being converted into vans that take tourists around this particular park. So when you look behind me, you'll see one of the buses that has been converted into a safari van. So when you want to go for a safari around this park, then those are some of the buses that will take you around this park.
Go over here, get some carrots.
There you go.
Now, they like to wallow in mud like pigs. They pull leaves off a branch into a cud like a cow. So I don't know what they're elk, pig, cow. Sounds like Wachusett, but that's not it. Wapiti. You guys, we're gonna keep going.
As I told you previously, this park is family owned, and I had an opportunity of speaking to one of the owners. Her name is Gerald Tobias. So Gerald Tobias will briefly tell us some little history about this park.
And Lake Tobias actually opened up in 1965 by our father, Gerald Tobias, who was a Marine and had this idea in the Marine Corps to take safari buses or school buses, cut them off and make them as safari buses. So that's the main part of the park. He was born and raised right here in the park, always loved exotic animals and had always had a fascination for them. So throughout his entire life, he was collecting animals starting around 1965. He then opened it up to the public. And it's been a fantastic family-owned business ever since then, very well received by the public. Main part about it is you can get very close to the animals, and that's what everyone loves about it.
And again, as you are feeding them and petting them, you may notice they only have bottom teeth. They do not have any upper teeth. For all the kids on the bus right now, please keep brushing their teeth or this is what you're going to turn out to look like. You want to keep those teeth and you also don't want to look like a big slimy or stinky elk.
I can do this. Super. You want to go sit with them?
Just hold your hand. In Africa, cattle are a symbol of power and, of course, wealth. So, like for example, when you go to Uganda, you go among the Maasai people of Kenya, you go among the Ankole people of Uganda, cattle is very precious. Surprisingly, here at Lake Tobias Game Reserve, they have the Watusi Ankole cattle. These are cattle with long horns, and they are one of the attractions here. Here in Lake Tobias, they are kept in the wild, but in Uganda, they are one of the symbols of power. Actually, when there was a video seen on YouTube, which was uploaded by State House Uganda, where Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni is seen looking after his cattle. And I also seen the cattle, especially the Watusi.
Yes.
You know, those are very precious in Africa.
Yes.
Why particularly did you bring them here?
I'm not quite sure why we have the Watusis, but personally they're one of my favorites as well. I really like them too. They're very, very pretty animals. It's just one of those animals that we thought would be interesting, and I do find them very interesting and people do enjoy them. I love those humongous horns.
Yeah, so in this particular enclosure behind me is the East African crown crane. This is one of the birds that is very popular in East Africa, particularly in Uganda. So it's one of the animals that is being showcased here at the Lake Tobias Game Reserve. The East African crown cranes, known for their vibrant feathers and elegant dance, captivated me with their beauty and grace. With their crown-like crests adorning their heads, these majestic birds walk within their enclosure, showcasing their vibrant colors as if they had transported a slice of East Africa for the animal lovers to admire in this picturesque Pennsylvania setting. Two roam freely within their spacious enclosure. As visitors enter the reserve, they are greeted by the sight of these magnificent creatures gracefully moving through their enclosure. With their sleek and muscular bodies, effortlessly navigate their habitat, utilizing their keen senses to hunt and explore. In a separate enclosure, hidden away from the rest of the animals, I stumbled upon a solitary hyena. Its fierce gaze made my heart skip a beat, and I couldn't help but feel a mix of fear and fascination. Amongst the denser foliage, I found a group of porcupines diligently scurrying about. Their quills, standing erect, formed a protective barrier around them, reminding me of their ability to defend themselves with ease. Although small in size, their presence left a lasting impression, showing the variety and wonder of the animal kingdom.
Let's talk about this big guy here to your front left, guys. This is a Texas Longhorn.
Hey, buddy. Look up.
Now, Texas Longhorns are not native to Texas. They were actually brought over from Spain by Coronado in 1541. He had so much treasure on his ships, he left the animals here. By the time the Anglo-Saxons settled in there, they were here by the thousands. Our boy's name is Little Red. Little Red measures about 7 feet tip to tip, but we're not going to get close enough to find out for sure. The world record is 10 feet 9 inches, guys, to give you an idea of how big that is. If we put one tip on the floor, the other tip would be 9 inches above the rim of a basketball hoop.
You got a big alligator?
If you are feeling adventurous, be sure to explore the area dedicated to crocodiles and alligators. These prehistoric creatures can be seen basking in the sun or lurking in the water, showcasing their primeval beauty. In the nearby pond, you will find a diverse array of red-colored small fish glimmering in the sunlight.
Whoa! And again, as you are feeding them and petting them, you may notice they only have bottom teeth. They do not have any upper teeth. For all the kids on the bus right now, please keep brushing their teeth or this is what you're going to turn out to look like. You want to keep those teeth and you also don't want to look like a big slimy or stinky elk.
Additionally, antelopes gracefully dart across the open fields, displaying their agility and beauty. While Lake Tobias boasts an impressive array of animals, it's important to note that some mythical creatures make an appearance too, such as the enchanting unicorn. This creature, with its mesmerizing horn and ethereal presence, adds a touch of magic to the park. The commitment to education, conservation, and a meaningful visitor experience sets Lake Tobias Game Reserve apart. My adventure at Lake Tobias Game Reserve in Pennsylvania was truly an unforgettable experience. As I journeyed through the park, discovering these incredible animals from East Africa, I couldn't help but marvel at the diversity and beauty that nature had brought together in this captivating sanctuary. It was a window into a different world, a glimpse into the enchanting wonders that lie beyond our own borders. And on that note, we end our story today. My name is Bonventure, and this is Moving Pictures Kenya, connecting people, inspiring Africa.